It seemed like only yesterday we were uncovering the pool, and now it's time to close it. But closing a pool is much more than covering it. It's called winterizing for a reason, so let's back up a little bit and start at the beginning. The first step is to prepare the water. A day or so before I plan to close the pool, I add a couple of pounds of shock through the skimmer and let it circulate for a day. Some people may argue with me, but I've maintained my own pool for over 30 years and I haven't found any advantage to those fancy chemical closing kits. They just are a waste of money. I just use shock to close the pool and I get the same results. I need to do one final vacuuming before I close the pool, but I connect the hose directly to the suction line at the bottom of the skimmer with the basket removed. Keep watching and you'll see why. It's inevitable that some leaves and dirt will get under the pool cover over the winter, but I want it as clean as possible at this point, so I take time to vacuum it very well. I remove the ladder and store it on the fence. I remove the steps so that I can vacuum all the crud that got underneath them. And here you can see the original color of my liner and how badly the sun bleaches it. Once the pool is clean, I empty all the junk from the pump basket. I set the valve on my sand filter to backwash and turn on the pump. The sight glass shows how dirty the water is. My backwash hose runs underneath the patio to a low spot in the back of my yard behind the pool. Now I need to let it backwash for 10 to 15 minutes or so until the water level is below the skimmer. Now you can see why I needed to attach the vacuum hose directly to the suction line. I don't have a main drain at the bottom of my pool, so I use the vacuum to suck all the water out. I have plenty of prep to do while it's backwashing. I lug the steps over to the patio where I store the ladder. No need to cover them, I'll just power wash them in the spring. I place the water bags around the pool and fill them about 3/4 of the way with a garden hose. After the water level drops below the skimmer, I shut down the filter and remove the chlorinator. My pump has 2 drain plugs that need to be removed so there's no standing water in there to freeze. I store the drain plugs in the basket along with the sight glass. But the pressure gauge is too sensitive. I store it in the garage so it won't freeze at all. No need to empty the sand from my filter over the winter. I just open the drain and let the water seep out. To prepare the skimmer, I insert this hollow gizmo into the bottom, and then I pour RV antifreeze into the suction line. The gizmo is intended to absorb the pressure of any ice that might form in the skimmer over the winter, but as an extra precaution, I like to insert an additional noodle too. In the summer, water is your friend. In the winter, it is your enemy. To blow out the return lines, I first put the filter valve in the closed position. Then using my compressor, I blow compressed air into the chlorinator fitting. In reality, I get a helper to work the compressor while I plug the lines. Now I know it may not get every ounce of water out of those lines, but it's good enough and I've never had any problems. Now that the filter's been shut down and the lines have been winterized, we can finally turn our attention towards the cover. I take great care to fold my cover properly in the spring so that it unrolls easily in the fall. I center the cover as much as possible around the pool and put all the water bags in place. The last step is to place a pump on the cover to minimize standing water, which really becomes a magnet for leaves. I've gone through several pool cover pumps, and this model is the best that I've found. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. Well, there you have it, all ready for winter. Although I have more work to do around the patio, at least I know the pool is covered and the leaves can start falling now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out these related videos and more on my website, HandyDadTV.